Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be talking about how far should you go with loyalty. So if you're interested, keep watching. So before we get started, we just wanted to say that we're going to be uploading 3 times a week now on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays now, with 2 new series coming up. The first one is called, Kara?
Two things can be true.
And what does that mean, Kara?
This is when two conflicting ideas can be true within a single subject.
Yes, and those videos are going to be about, I don't know, a minute or two?
A few minutes.
A few minutes, won't exceed probably 5 minutes. So the second one's going to be on Fridays, and we're calling it Freestyle Fridays. This is where we talk about like headlines going on, any kind of entertainment things that are going on in the news, and just kind of chat about that. And those videos will probably be, I don't know, 10 minutes long, around that. And as always, we'll always have our podcast style videos on Tuesdays. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. The goal was really always to increase the videos each week. We just kind of wanted to get our feet wet in this first. And so we really love what we do. So we just wanted to add more and start uploading more and just have different, like different types of content for different people. We know not everybody, everybody, some people are just going to want different types of content. So we wanted to give you guys variety. So we're just giving y'all some variety. So look out for that for 2020. All right. So now on to the subject. Being loyal to people you probably shouldn't be loyal to. Now, why are people always being so loyal to people who are not, like, for them? Why are people doing that? I don't understand this.
Yeah, I just think,
Because I've done that
I think like people, like even like, I think it happens a lot with family. A lot.
Well,
because,
yeah, blood
you always feel like,
thicker than water situation.
Yeah, you always feel like you always feel like your family just, like you owe them something.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And you don't.
Like you're obligated
you know what I mean?
to, yeah.
Like you don't have, like there are people who in your family that can just not be supportive of you.
That's true.
And be discouraging to you. And for that I say you have to distance yourself from people, even family members, and even if it's your mother. Even if it's your father, even if it's your grandmother or something like it, you can't be around people who drain your energy.
Yes.
Because it takes away your passion for life.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than telling somebody something that's really exciting in your life and then they just don't share that.
Oh.
And then they give you this like cold blanket of a
But do you know what? Because I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. Once I get that first sense when I'm trying to share something I'm excited about someone, and the first time I feel they're not into what I'm saying, I never share that again. Right? So is that kind of like what you're...
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to be it's a cold blanket you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, there are just people that you just, I mean, I think that people do it with friends because they've been with a friend for a long time. It's hard to cut a friend out.
Yeah.
Or even like relationships. People will be with their relationships with people and like their spouse or like their, like someone was saying to me one time, they were just like, they were like, what do you do when your spouse doesn't share in your excitement? And yeah, it's hard to just cut them out because you're married. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't like giving my energy to people. Yeah. Who
Can you still be someone's friend, or even if it's a relationship situation, can you still be their friend if you don't feel they're showing any loyalty to you? Like if it's not being reciprocated, what you're doing is not being reciprocated. Like how do you friends with them still? Like how does that work?
I think
do you cut someone off when you realize they're not showing you the same loyalty that you're showing them? How do you treat them? Are they acquaintance all of a sudden? Because I feel like they're acquaintance. To me, I feel like they're becoming acquaintance. Kind of? No? Is that harsh? That might be harsh. That might be harsh.
No, I don't think so. I'm one of those people that I just believe that as you, like say you're moving up the ladder.
Okay.
And then I think that there are going to be people on a certain level that aren't going to be on the next level with you.
Yeah, which we've mentioned this before.
Right. And if you're on the second level, the people on the second level might not make it to the third level.
Yeah.
I think like it's not rude to me to distance yourself from people who don't support you.
Yeah.
Because if you're ever trying to get anywhere in life, you're never going to get there with people who don't. You don't have to have people support you, but you don't want people who try to make you feel bad about it, or just don't mention anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's what people say and then it's what they don't say.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you could have someone who's just completely rude to you, or you could have someone who knows you're doing something great and then never says anything about it.
I'm the type of friend that, well, if I know that you're doing something, like some new project, or you got a new job, or you're looking for, a new career, or you just got married, whatever it is, I'm really supportive. So if you're doing something new, or, even if you're into whatever, whatever you're doing at that time, I'm someone who's just, I'm very, like, supporters. I'll start, I just want people to be great. You know what I mean? I just want people to be great. But I think it's interesting when people don't give you that back.
Right.
Is that lack of loyalty when someone doesn't support what you do? But they call you their friend or their family member, but they don't support what you do? Because people don't have to like what you do, right?
I don't think people have to like what you do. But there's some people that their silence is deafening.
I know.
And I think there are a lot of people who will go out of their way to make you, will go out of your way to make you feel it without saying it.
Like where it's obvious.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Like if I had, let's just say I had a cousin who was really doing something, in life. And we were really close, and then they were doing something really great, but then I never said anything to them about it.
Yeah.
I think that's rude.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree
because
with that.
it would be like you. It would be like you. It would be like you losing like 50 pounds and me watching you, and then I just never said anything to you about it. I just treated you like you never did.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
There's shade in there. There's some shade there where someone doesn't want to support you because they're jealous.
So lack of loyalty is kind of just shade. Especially when you are being loyal to them, you know. But then you have to then that's what you're saying is that how far does loyalty go then?
Yeah.
Like when should you stop? Because if someone's your family member,
I don't like to support people who don't support me.
Okay, when you say not support though, are you saying like cut them off, not support, or just
cut them off,
or just be short with them?
Because I feel like I'm not asking you to walk around with a big sign over your head about what I do or whatever, but for you not to personally say nothing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, that's disrespectful to friendship.
Yeah.
To any ship, friendship. Family ship, anything. You know what I mean? You're supposed to talk when you call yourself someone's friend, or you call yourself someone's boyfriend or girlfriend or family member, and you never mention anything that they're doing ever, and you see them, talk to them, then that is rude. And then to me, I give you the same energy back. We're kind of done in that situation,
right?
You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's kind of like if a guy asks you to marry him and you say no, you really can't go back to the girlfriend boyfriend.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Not really.
That was some.
You know what I mean? Like you can't really go back, because if someone wanted to give you the ultimate ring,
it's over,
and then you said no. I don't want to
how do
marry
you jump back from
but
that?
I like being your girlfriend.
Yeah. So it's kind
of like, so I feel the same way, kind of the same way in this situation. How can you call me your friend and then every time we're together you don't even mention it?
Yeah, the things that you're.
How can you say you love me?
Yeah.
And then every time we're together you don't even ask me how my life is going, like my success is going.
Yeah.
In it.
Right.
You're not a friend. You're hating.
Right. Now,
and everybody knows, I think, when you because when you call someone your friend, it's not like you're just saying like that. People don't have to support you. Like if I have like, I could be doing something as everybody doesn't have to support me. But I think that when you know someone and you know their personality,
right?
You know that they're doing something,
yes,
on purpose,
right,
to hurt you,
right,
without actually having to say anything, because they don't want to sit there and say, like you suck. That would hurt. That would definitely hurt. But to say nothing also hurts.
But do you think it also could be like a jealousy?
No, it's absolute jealousy.
Yeah. Absolute
jealousy. If someone is doing something and someone that you care about is doing something, whether it's a new job or career or weight loss or getting married, and then you don't say anything. Your friend gets engaged and then you don't say anything to him, you're hating.
Yeah. I had this conversation.
You know what I mean? If your friend is doing a new career and you say nothing to them, about it, and I don't care if your family either. If family does it to you, they say nothing to you at all. They don't help you or anything, but mostly they say nothing to you. then they're jealous of you and they hate you for it.
Yeah.
They hate that. They don't hate, they're probably mad at themselves.
Yeah,
because they're not doing something that they probably should be doing. And that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I just had a conversation with someone recently, and he's I won't say his name, but he's a writer, and his family and thinks that it's just ridiculous, like that the writing thing is not popping off, it's not happening. You've been trying to do the writing thing forever, it's not happening. There's like literally no support with it at all, and he's like, "Man, my family's not really into it, and it's kind of hurtful." It's kind of hurtful, and to that, like when he asked me about like what like my opinion was on that whole thing, all I can say is that is unfortunate. That's unfortunate that you are doing something you feel it satisfies you in some way or does something to your spirit in a good way, and it's moving, and it's not doing anything that's wrong, but you don't get the support from, your family that you're wanting. But I did tell him that not everybody has to support you. That's number one. And sometimes people, like we were just talking about, sometimes people literally are just either jealous, and sometimes not necessarily, I won't say jealous of you, but like jealous of you being able to have the courage to do what you want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I told him, I asked him too, I said, is your family a family of people who are very successful and driven and have done a bunch of stuff and done their dreams and all? And he's like, no. I said, it's always like this. When sometimes it can be someone who is trying to dream and keeps failing at a dream, and then when someone else is trying, keeps at that one dream, and just not letting that go, they can still have a problem with that too. But I'm like, so this is what happens with people who don't achieve their dreams or don't even try. When you're doing it, there's a part of that they want from you, a part of that. Don't you think, like where they feel like they can have that kind of courage and that drive and that passion that you're putting towards the career. As I said, so his writing is good writing, and that's just the fact. His writing is good writing. He just hasn't taken off yet, right? But good writing. So I told him, I said, you've been doing something you love doing. You actively do it, but your people around you have not supported that because they're not doing their dream. So they're going to down your dream so you can forget about that and then do what they probably want to do. Like his case was do like a 9-to-5 job. Nothing wrong with 9-to-5 jobs, except for when you don't want to do a 9-to-5 job. Nothing wrong with 9-to-5 jobs, but when you don't want to do them, then there's something wrong with 9-to-5 jobs. So I told him, do not let anyone discourage you. Look, no one has to be on board with what you're doing. Yeah. But you have to make sure you keep moving forward. It's unfortunate that you don't get the support you want. Yeah. It is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation when you're not getting the support that you want. But, you got to keep going. You can't, that's your dream.
Also, there are some people who there are some people that like to be the center of attention. Yeah. And when you steal that from them, they don't like that. And so it makes you realize like why relationships, because I always feel like relationships, I always feel like people, you are a certain person in people's lives. Right. For a reason. You know what I mean? So a lot of people will have like, I remember we were making fun of this the other day, but it's true. We were watching Charlie's Angels, the old Charlie's Angels with Jacqueline Smith. And
that show's bomb.
And you said, that was just today actually, and you said that because she made over the girl. And you said, yes, you said sometimes she's pretty. Yeah. Jacqueline Smith is real pretty. Beautiful. You're just like sometimes people, she made you ugly so she could still be the pretty one. But, as funny as that was, that is true. A lot of people want you to be, and they want you to be their audience, but they hate it when they have to be yours.
They don't want you to steal their thunder. Right. Or dull. They feel that if you shine, their light dims. Right. And I'm in the belief that if you shine, I'm gonna help you shine too, and I can't wait to see you shine. You know what I mean? Like I'm just that way. Like this is how I get excited when I see people doing things they want. And I don't even have to know you. Even if I don't know you, if I see something that you looked excited about and you're really doing it, I'm excited too. Right. So your light cannot be dimmed. You know what I mean? So anything outside of that is shade. Like they're shading you. Like you're getting shaded for real. And That's the type of energy that you don't want. That's not loyal energy.
I had a boyfriend that I had lost like a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And he never said anything. He never said anything. He never said I looked good. He never said anything like that. But then I noticed he started working out.
Like all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, he started working out when he saw that results. But he never told me that I looked good. He never told me that, wow, you lost weight. Never mentioned it, ever. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, he started working out. And it almost felt like competition. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I felt like, see, I'm saying, like, and I felt loyal to him because he was my boyfriend. Yeah. And since I'm saying loyalty sometimes can kick you in the ass. Yeah. Because if you're bent... loyalty can be broken. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like people feel like a lot of times because you're with someone, or because they're your parents, or because they're your best friend, or something, that you gotta take bullshit. Yeah. And you don't. I'm a very loyal person. Yeah. When I find someone that I really care about, like you, I'm very loyal to you. You know what I mean? But you've always given me a reason to be loyal, and I always will be loyal to you. Right. But even in our loyalty, if I felt like you did something wrong to me, I always stand up for myself. And I still love you, and we're still loyal to each other, but I'm not going to put up with bullshit. No. You know what I mean? Neither are you going to do that to me. But I also am not afraid to lose people. Mm-hmm. And I think that's another part of loving like who you are, because I am not afraid to walk away from people who really don't serve my bigger interest. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this is why I think that a lot of times people don't understand that. Like I said before, a lot of people are not going to be, and this includes family, by the way. And I'm only saying that because a lot of people think that
blood is thicker than water situation.
Well, Les Brown said that a lot of times, and when you're going after your success and you're going, doing your grind, you're going after your success. The people who are going to support you are not going to be the people who you think that should. It's not going to be your family. It's not going to be your best buddies. It's not going to be that. It's usually going to be strangers.
I learned this the hard way.
You know what I mean? Right. It's usually going to be strangers. Yeah. People who don't know you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're going to be successful off of the help of people who don't know you, not people who do know you. And he said, and it's always the biggest lesson people will get on their way to success, is they really find out that family is not as supportive. Best friends sometimes aren't as supportive. Sometimes even boyfriends, people you sleep with, aren't really supportive either. And he's like, and a part of that isn't that you have to let them go. It's not like you have to say goodbye to them forever. Right. But you have to understand that people don't know what you know, and they have their own inner issues. Yeah. And a lot of times when you move up in the world, it pulls out a piece of lack or something in other people that are around you that they're not doing in themselves. And it makes them feel small. It's like you look bigger, but the only way they can balance that out is making you feel like you don't matter. Yeah. Yeah. Like you don't matter. You're not really going to do anything. You're not relevant. And it can work on you if you don't love yourself. This is why I always stress people really caring about who they are as people, because if you don't care about who you are, you will put up with nonsense from people who really shouldn't matter. Because the only people you should have in your life are people who are going to really support you in your life. Yeah. I'm not saying that people have to, like I said, I think people have to walk around the billboard and try to, buy this from her and do that. It's not about that. It's about coming to you and saying, hey, look, I saw what you did, or I see what you did. I'm really, if they really care about you, they really do, then they'll support you. They'll say, yeah, listen, this is a really good thing that you're doing. I'm really proud of you. I'm really doing that. If you're losing weight and, if you're on a diet and you're really losing weight, say you lost like 20, 30 pounds, people who really care about you will say, God, you look good. Like you really are losing weight. You know what I mean? But people who are hating on you won't say anything.
It's their stuff though, y'all. It's like, that's their stuff, and I know it didn't. I know I think in the moment what happens is that it hurts people, but I really wholeheartedly, this is what we were saying is, like, I truly believe that when you love who you are, and even if that sounds super corny to some of y'all, it really does mean a lot. When you love who you are and you know what you're doing, you're a visionary. You know where you're going. You know what I mean. You're a higher vibrating person. You do thought, not even thought. You do action. When you're that type of person, you're going to encounter a lot of people who are going to fall off.
The law of attraction,
they
though,
are.
is a makeup of many laws. It's not just the law of attraction.
Yeah.
The law of attraction is a makeup of, I think, 7 or 8 different
Yeah, it
laws.
is, yeah.
And it is that when you are, whatever you go for, whatever you attract, you attract the opposite. So there's other things like you attract what you think, you attract what you feel, but then you also attract the there are other things you will attract. You attract the opposite, which means you'll attract conflict. You'll attract jealousy. You'll also attract opposition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you'll also eventually get what you want as
Yeah.
long as you stay firm in what you
Yeah.
really believe. But there will be people.
But don't lose your
It won't
vibe.
matter
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, I
I'm
think so
quite
too.
sure you can get married and your best friend could be jealous and not say anything
Yeah.
to you because they're so upset that it didn't happen for them.
But don't you think that energy, you'll start feeling that energy of that person that's not supporting you, that's jealous of you, you'll start feeling that energy real quick. Real quick. And I think that don't lose yourself in trying to be loyal.
It's like I was telling you
To
earlier
people
about
who are not loyal to
about
you.
an ex-boyfriend that I had. That was the one I was telling you about, the guy who, when I started losing weight, he never said anything to me, but then he started working out.
Right.
And what I got from that energy is that he's not for me. But the reason why I know he's not for me is because he's challenging me.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be partners.
Right.
We're supposed to be in love. We're supposed to support each other, but he's trying to one-up me. And so it's just like, why are you giving me that energy? You're supposed to support me and be happy for me, but instead I brought out some sort of challenge in you.
But you can see how a person who is not whole and secure can lose herself in trying to get through to the person
Yeah.
like that. Yes, that's what will happen, is that you just try so hard to get through to them, and you may not support me, but I'm going to continue to do my, like, no.
And what I do is just leave you. That's what I'm
it.
saying. That
Yeah.
sometimes you have to
You
leave.
drive yourself crazy if you
have
still
to
stay
leave
in this.
people.
Yeah.
And I had to
You drive
leave
yourself
this
crazy.
person mostly just because I felt like, well, I don't want everything that I do to feel that way.
Yeah.
But also you start to realize who you really are to people.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're in a sometimes when you're in a lower vibrating place, like you're not doing well, you'll meet friends. And it's because you guys are on the same level and you connect. But then when you come out of it and they're still in it, then you start to see sometimes that you're not supposed to be friends. You're not supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend. You're not even, like, you'll even see family members that won't really like you anymore because
Yeah.
you're different. And it's not that you're different, it's just you've risen higher. On a higher vibration, you want more, you want to do things. You're not in the sad space anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like on the movie The Mirror Has Two Faces with Barbara Streisand. Remember when she started losing weight and started getting out in the world?
Yeah.
And then remember her friend? That was her friend that she ate with all the time.
Yeah.
She was like, what are you doing? Like, she was like, I don't know. I kind of feel like we're not the same anymore.
That was like her partner. That was like her partner of dysfunction.
Right.
Like, and when she became not dysfunctional anymore,
She started to find herself.
it's like she's like, oh well, you know. So you really have to, when you have reached, I think, a level of a higher vibration, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you have to align yourself. Actually, it just kind of happens.
It will happen.
It just happens naturally where you start getting aligned with people who are like-minded. You know what I mean? And then. Don't feel bad if the people that you were hanging with before fall off.
Yeah.
Especially if they are purposely going out of their way to not support you in whatever you're doing. They fell off because they didn't rise up. If they had just risen up and they would have been along with you and they did their dreams, whatever they want to do, you would have support that. But what happens is that people who are not happy with themselves find themselves being loyal to people and hanging on to a false loyalty because they don't want to lose that person out of their life. And I'm here to tell you that you're going to be wasting your time. You know, I would hate to tell people like not to be friends and don't be friends anymore. That's your decision, but you are going to lose your vision eventually if you stick along with people. I think it's my personal opinion.
Like even with jobs, like I'm a housekeeper at this job, and eventually something better is going to come along. You know what I mean? And I know that. This job did a lot for me. It gave me a place to live when I was homeless.
I
did a lot
appreciate
for
love
me.
my job.
But if something comes on that's better, I can't be loyal to a place that the universe is telling me to move away from just because it did something nice to me in a time in my life where I really needed it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the same with people. We're going into 2020, which is, I can't wait for 2020.
I've evolved.
I really think that 2019
I feel like I've evolved,
2019 was really great.
Yeah.
And 2020 is about to be even better.
But don't you feel like you've evolved? Like, I think that if you are the same person you were at the beginning of the year, and there's no change anywhere in there at some of the year, then you've kind of fallen back a little bit. So I just think that you're supposed to evolve. You know what I mean? And if the people around you are not evolving and not, supporting or whatever it is, then you really do have to be around people who are going to share that with you.
2020 is a good example.
So I'm excited about
His
2020.
point is that there are going to be people that were in my life this year that won't be next year.
Yeah, that's just,
and it's not because I don't like them or not because they've done anything wrong. It's just that they're not a part. That part of their story in my life is over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you have to be able to move on. It's just the way it is. And sometimes that will mean friends. That will mean a lot of things. A lot of relationships are breaking up this year because it didn't work out in 2019. You have to be able, this I think is the really good thing. Like, I'm not a big New Year's resolution person, but I do believe in when something new approaches, which a year is new, that there are going to be things that weren't happening that year that aren't going to or things that were happening in this year that aren't going to happen in next year, and you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
And you also have to be ready to let people go.
Yeah, it's a good. I think New Year's
is a purge.
New Year is like a good time to. I mean, like I'm not into resolutions either, but it is a good time to have like a fresh start. Because when you just the idea of it being a new year, if that's what you need to have your fresh start, and you need, then use that to your ability, but don't hang on to people.
But 2019 and 2018 absolutely taught me that.
Yeah.
It taught me there are some people you're going to have to just let go of.
Yeah.
And you can't feel bad about that. And I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I mean? And if you're hanging on to anybody because they were in your life and you feel like some obligation, you're not helping them anyway.
Nope.
Because you're not even in a real friendship. You're just there simply out of the fact that they've been there.
No, because they can't grow if you enable them, which is what you'll be doing if you just stay with somebody who is not showing any signs of care. Then you're just really enabling them.
Right.
So anyways, just be really careful who you align yourself with, especially going into the new year. You want that fresh start. So just make sure that you are aligning yourself with people who are for you and who will celebrate you the way that you are celebrating them. So we're running out of time now, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and head out here. Again, stay tuned for our new videos for 2020. Uploading again on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays now. We'll be starting that next week. And I hope you guys like the new series we have coming up. And yep, that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. And also, if you like, go over to the Facebook page, our Facebook page, and join that family as well. Again, it's all Convos with Kara and Danielle on both platforms. So
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys, and we shall see you then. Bye.